visit will, however, include topics of discussion where the two sides do not see eye to eye. Macron will be hoping to sway Xi Jinping away from Russia and enlist Beijing's help in finding an end to the war in Ukraine. Unfair trade practices will also feature high on the agenda, with the EU Commission President Ursula von der Leyen also present at the talks today. We can now go across to France 24's James Andre, standing by at the Elysées Palace. James, good afternoon. Now, Paris has put a lot of thought into this state visit. Macron invited Ursula von der Leyen. He also met the German Chancellor for dinner last week. There's a lot at stake, isn't there, given China's weight in the world?
Yes, absolutely. There is a lot of stake. As you know, China is the second world economy, and of course, there is a massive trade between the EU and China. So the first leg, if you will, of this state visit is this meeting that's been carefully prepared between Emmanuel Macron, Ursula von der Leyen, the president of the European Council, and Xi Jinping, president of China. Actually, there were a few words exchanged that were caught on camera as the leaders met. Basically, Emmanuel Macron said that there needed to be a level playing field when it comes to trade. Ursula von der Leyen went a little bit further, saying that there was an unsustainable unbalance when it comes to exchange with China, and going on to give the figures as to how much trade was actually done between the countries. And then Xi Jinping was saying that indeed decoupling European and Chinese economy would be a bad thing globally, and that indeed there needed to be cooperation. So this is very much the situation. We have these tensions because simply there is massive overproduction, overcapacity when it comes to production and manufacturing in China, and that of course has the EU very worried, especially when it comes to batteries, electric vehicles. So We've been seeing tit-for-tat trade disputes here between the EU and China over the past few months, the latest being regarding France in brandy, in fact, the anti-dumping organism in China, saying that indeed France and European countries in general, but mainly France, of course, because it is the main supplier, dump brandies on the Chinese market. And there is an ongoing investigation. That investigation, of course, Emmanuel Macron would like to see stop. But indeed, both the EU, with the voice of Ursula von der Leyen, and Emmanuel and Macron himself say they do not want to train the EU's automotive industry against the brandy business. So, yes, it's a fine line to walk, and there needs to be discussions and negotiation. And today is also being held an economic forum, Franco-Chinese economic forum, just next to here at the Marigny Theatre, and the leaders will be meeting there and speaking around 6 p.m. this afternoon.
James, another topic which Ursula von der Leyen and Emmanuel Macron will be hoping to sway the Chinese president on is, of course, his support for Russia, Beijing's so-called support for Russia. But ahead of his visit, Xi Jinping wrote an op-ed in the French paper Le Figaro, where he said China was neither a party nor a participant in the conflict.
Yes, absolutely. That is China's stance. But now, the fact of the matter is, and this is something that the EU is criticizing, and France as well, the fact of the matter is China is now Russia's main trading partner, with trading that's been up to 62% since the beginning of the war. And indeed, well, Europe is saying that China is selling machine tools, that they're also selling drones, that they're selling detection equipment, and that all this is being used either to produce weapons that are now on the ground in Ukraine, or being used directly by the Russian army on the ground. And then there's another separate topic, which is North Korea. As you know, North Korea is supplying Russia with shells in vast quantities, and there again, the European Union and France would like China to rein in North Korea, because what everybody wants to avoid, and including Emmanuel Macron, is that China actually takes a more aggressive stance when it comes to Ukraine and gets a tighter partnership with Russia. That is something that's not happened for now. China has kept its distances with the Ukrainian conflict, but there is worry there. So the idea, and this is what the Elysée says, they want Xi Jinping to use his influence on Russia to indeed change the calculus in Moscow when it comes to Ukraine.
We'll see how those talks pan out. Thank you very much for that, James. James Andre reporting that for us.